Give me that Coleman when I'm camping. Let the light shine all night long.
All right, so this one here, this looks like a 1950s, maybe early 60s camp stove I bought. Came to Herman Sport Goods, New York City. Yep, it is a model 5010-700. What does it say here? Holds away. Any other information? Looking to see if there's anything else coming with it. I was looking for a date. Maybe there's a date on this thing. Nope. Not seeing anything, but it's pretty old. Anyway, let's go take a look at this thing here real quick. So, I don't know if that's original cardboard or not. Maybe it is. We got the grating here. Let's see what it looks like inside there. So it says, do not use this oven if burning leaded gas. So you have to use white gas when you're using this thing. I guess I don't think it's a good idea. So, it's got a latch apparently. Okay, there's the latch. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Got that nice diamond Coleman emblem on it. So, anyway, I'm going to go power wash this thing real quick, just a little bit. We'll wipe it down and hopefully, I was hoping maybe we could make some bread. And then it's got the heat indicator right there. So, it says Coleman right there. And it looks pretty good. I got a really good deal. I mean, right now when I shop cheap. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't buy the most pristine things. I mean, I'm going to bake in this thing. That's what it intended to. So, all right, we'll bring you back. All right, so we got this thing power washed. And one of the main reasons why I power wash stuff like this, and when you get anything that comes to your house, especially antiques and stuff, you want to isolate them from your house, especially the inside of your house and your garage, because you have no idea what kind of insects or anything could be in there, including roaches. So I always take them right away and isolate them and get everything, at least do a cleansing of it to make sure there's no insects and stuff. So this one got a good power washing. We know it's clean. I'm going to dust out the box, probably spray it with a little bit of bug spray just in case. You never know. So the copper plating, whatever you want to call it, came out pretty good. It's not perfect. It's a lot better than what it was. And then we gave the inside a little bit right here, a little bit of the double lot steel wool, cleaned it. Not so much in there. It's going to get baked anyway. I'm not going to go excessive. It's just the front where you're looking at. But it's nice and clean and sanitary. So now, I'm going to get this thing here. I'm going to go ahead and spray the box. We're going to pull the rack out, put the rack in, and we're going to set this aside for later on. Waiting for my wife to get home so we can wash the Porsche. Ready to do the other three cars real quick. And I got to do our beta fish tanks. Got to clean them out and get the fish some fresh water. Anyway, God bless, and hopefully we'll be baking bread later on. All right, take care. All right, so I'm pretty much completed this thing. I've got the rack in there. So it's not looking too bad. It's not 100% perfect, but yeah, this thing's about 1 trillion years old. It's 1950s. It's actually in really good shape. I really like the design. It's really cool. That's why I picked it. I know there's newer ones out there, but I really wanted this one. I wanted one of the oldest ones I could find because they just have history and they're just super cool. So yeah, I think I did pretty good. I paid a good, reasonable price on this with shipping. I could afford it. It was one of the lower priced ones, and it was one of the older models, which is, you know, in the 50s with that star shape. Like I say, it's from New York, and I'm sure there's got to be some cool history in this thing. They probably took it to a campsite and baked something in there. Maybe they made lasagna. Maybe they baked some muffins. Who knows? But If only these things could talk and tell their stories. All right, God bless y'all. I gotta go and do some stuff. Hopefully we're gonna do a little baking. I gotta go and get the flour and mix it up with salt, sugar, and yeast and start getting it to rise. All right, take care. All right, we've got our 1950s Coleman camp stove. It's really a beautiful unit. It was pretty dirty. It has a little bit of rust on it, but I got it at a really good price, and I only buy things if it's a really good price because I'm on a budget. I am using my old burner assembly. My new one is being its little trailer queen sitting here so it doesn't get messed with. Yeah, I'll be right there. So let me go ahead and our yeast bread, I'll let it rise. We're going to load it up. We got it in a little silicone tray. And right now we are at, it's hard to make a little bit of moisture on there, but looks like about 200 degrees or so. So let's get this in here real quick and I'll bring you back a little bit. All right, well I got her loaded up. I don't want to open it up too much. There it is. So let's close it up and we'll come back a little while and check on it. All right, God bless y'all. Take care. It's a beautiful Bay Area evening right now. Got all the cars are washed. This thing got power washed. Like I say, I always clean things right away because I don't want any insects or any type of pests that might have tagged along. So that's why it's really important. As soon as you get something, clean it right away, especially if it's from eBay. You just don't know what kind of geographic area it's been, and it's been stored and all kinds of stuff, and you know, there could be some bugs tagging along there. So this got power washed and sanitized, and we cleaned up the front really good. Used a little 4-aught steel wool, cleaned it up gently, and a little bit of cleaner, and that's where we're at here. So we'll bring you back. Take care. All right. Oh, where's my screwdriver? Yeah, we're doing good. I just turned the pricker. So there we go. Got our 100-year-old new light lantern lit up, and right now we are at 350 degrees. This thing is doing great. I'll tell you, there is something about buying an older unit, because let's see what she's doing here. I like to, okay, all right, see, she's rising. She's rising. She's doing good. It's our flame looking at. I don't know if you can see it. Can't see the flame, but I hear it. You can hear it. So the new light is doing good. This is the one that has got the 220E ventilator on it, which matches it really good, because it's the original one off the other new light was no good. So we used it for the brown one, the chrome new light one, and we used this 220E ventilator for this one. But this one, we painted it green, forest green, like it's a U.S. Forestry lantern. I'd sure like to put a U.S. Forestry insignia on it, even though it's not really. And we've obviously modified this. We've modified it with, I'm still there. There we go. We modified it with a R55 generator, but we've used a tip that has a bigger orifice that can handle the output it needs for a double mantle. So yeah, it's looking really good. It's a beautiful lantern. It was in really bad shape when I got it, and we put a new pip in the pump, and we just literally had to tear the whole thing and clean it. It was just a rusty, disastrous mess. But at the end of the day, it's really good. We've got our Osaka made globe that's relatively original to this unit, you would see. We got to buy 2 more of these mica globes, but I'm going to get the old Coleman ones. They have some ones where it's partial metal and only half of it's mica. It saves you some money and makes it like a reflector, which is more in my my range of budget. So that's the next thing on the list. All right, I'll be right back. I got to check on some other biscuits. We're approaching 400, so we might want to turn it down just a little bit. Oh, that didn't sound good. Hard to see what's going on down there. Anyway, it's okay. we're gonna just leave it where it's at. All right, I'll bring you back in a little bit. All right, my colleagues and my friends. My daughter has it's the last day of school tomorrow. Of course, has a week off and she has summer school, and my son also, but they have to make something that is kind of like a cultural food to bring to school tomorrow. So we're making Americana biscuits because we are Americans. We are red-blooded Americans. Now, at the same time, my wife is Filipina, but I consider them red-blooded Americans just as much because they have a lot of culture that's very similar to us. A lot of things. Family values, Christianity, a lot of foods. Yeah, very similar. So we're at 350 right now. I was thinking about making some Filipino food. We made the what's it called? We made pancetta like a week or 2 weeks ago, right? I made another batch of that, but it's kind of late in the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to send some this. How's it doing here? It's doing pretty good. All right, we're going to send a loaf of yeast risen bread, and then we're going to sending some camp stove biscuits that are made with baking powder because kids don't always like yeast, right? So we chopped up some butter and put it in there, and a little bit of salt, a little sugar. Right now I've got the broiler on there cooked, but I put a broiler just to brown the top a little bit. I can't do an egg wash because I used up all the eggs today. Yep, we hard boiled them, and then the last 3 I took to work this morning to make some scrambled eggs. All right, I'll bring you right back. God bless y'all, and take care. We'll see you in a bit. All right, I think we need to peek at this bread and see what it's doing. What do you think? You think we should peek at it? I think so. Let's check it out. What are we at here? So we're at 350 degrees. That's a good optimum temperature for bacon. This thing is doing great. This thing is, I'm going to say, this thing is 70 plus years old. This lantern is probably 1919. 100 plus years old. The stove is 1960s. Maybe actually I think this is late 50s, so it's all matching. Yeah, so let's see what we got here. Oh, it's getting brown on the top. It's doing really good. We've got a nice yeast bread, so we've used so what we do is we take a Ziploc stretchy bag. We put in a couple cups of white, or you could use wheat flour. In this case, it was more convenient for me to grab white flour, so I grabbed a couple scoops. I've got a big bulk bags of this, and we went ahead and made a little indentation. We put about, I'm gonna go with about maybe half, 3/4, maybe a little bit more salt, and then we put about 2-3 teaspoons of sugar. The sugar is gonna help feed that yeast, and then we put some relatively fast rising yeast in there, but we added the yeast to warm water, mixed it, and made sure it bubbled. Then we poured it in there, and then we added water, warm water to it as we kneaded it gently in this bag to get it at a wet consistency. You have to have a wet consistency if you want it to rise, because you have to have enough water in there for transmission of the yeast to move around and for it to generate the gas bubbles. So it can't just be like biscuits where it's a really dry mixture. It's got to be wet. So we did that. We zipped up the bag. We put it on the stove. No heat, obviously, just on the countertops of the stove. Put a towel over it, let it sit for about 2-3 hours and rise. And then we've used the silicone mold because that's what we had. Sprayed it with a little bit of Crisco oil spray stuff on there, even though it's silicone. Poured the dough in there, got the dough in there, and which rose. We didn't do any second or third or fourth kneading or anything like that. We just went with the original rising. And like I say, this stove is, oh, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. I think we're gonna go with it. We're gonna leave it. It's getting up to near 400. Maybe we could crank it down a little bit. And like I say, if you got this unit, then it might be a good idea that you got this little peek hole. Kind of like when you look in a pilot window of a water heater. so you can see what's going on. But it's doing really good. But I'll tell you, this new light, oh my gosh, this thing was a bear. I don't know if you remember how much work I put into this thing, but I'll tell you, it's very dependable, lit right up. It's just like the Coleman 375 or the 475. Is that what it is? Is it 475 or 425? I always forget. I got two of them. Here's the 4, if it's a 475, whatever it is. I never can remember. But anyway, you know, it's got the onboard pump. You can always remember it starts with a 4 because it's got the external pump. And then the 375 or whatever it is, you have to use a hand pump to pump it up. But they're almost the same thing. Same thing with the new lights. They came in the same type of tradition. They came with either you could a pump on board or you had to pressurize it up. And it's really depending on you know, how much money you got. If you're, you know, don't have a lot of money, then you buy the one where you use a hand pump. But this thing is doing outstanding. Let's see how that bread's doing here. Key is to not open it up too much. You don't want to release your heat, but I kind of need to. I need to see what's going on here. All right. So we're going to let it go a little bit longer and see what's going on here. Yeah, we're still doing good. Temperature is kind of maintaining there about 375-ish. I kind of like to see it at 350, but I really love to see that made in USA. Like I say, you know, you can't beat 1950s building materials, everything. They just, they're superb. 1960s, the same deal, even 70s. They just made good quality products. It's not like the products today. Though there are some products that are made very good. A lot of products, they use very thin gauge metals and they just not like they used to be. But anyway, I really love the old traditional Americana, and that's where we're at right now. But it's just nice to get this in the same day. It's kind of like going into a store and buying a pair of underwear and wearing those underwear outside, wearing them out. And you know, right from the store, just going in the, you know, buying them and putting them on and walking out with them. You know, I always say a redneck. It's like he wears what he buys out the door, you know. But same thing, we just got this thing in and we got it cleaned up and we're using it the same day. It's working great and we're making bread. How about that? It's pretty awesome. But it's beautiful. It's got that nice diamond. It's got the Coleman on there. It's not really the kind of unit you really want to restore. Well, first of all, it's high temperature. Everything's high temperature, so other than hitting it with some 4-aught gently, still will to kind of clean it up a little bit. It is an oven, so, you know. Luckily, most of this came off. We got a little bit of scarage, but in general, it's like it cleaned up great, and I got it for a great price. And I would really rather have a unit that's old with that good materials and just a much more stylish, just fit, you know, finesse to it, I guess. I don't know what the word to use, but you know where I'm going with that. So yeah, it's all good here. Let's see here. Do we need to? Yeah, we're still doing good there. We're kind of dropping a little bit. Maybe we ought to crank it up a little bit. Crank it up a little bit. Drop in temperatures there. I crank it up. So I think we're going to give this a little bit more time, and then the bread is done. I'm going to send this for my daughter. Like I say, she is doing it is the last day, and they are going to, everybody needs to bring some kind of cultural food from wherever they're from. You know, I didn't have time to make anything Filipino, so we're going with Americana today. So we've made some nice biscuits and little muffin biscuits, and we've made this bread. So yeah, that's where we're at. Let's see what we're looking at here. Oh, I hate to open it. Oh. I think we're about done here. I think I'm gonna get it. I gotta crank that. Yeah, I lost some temperature there. That's why, yeah, you can't open it very long there. All right, we'll bring you right back. I think we're gonna make some, you know what? I think I got enough time. I think I'm gonna whip up a thing of some, a few brownies or something like that. Maybe, yeah, something like that. Maybe. We'll see. All right, I think we're about at the end of the road here with this bread. We're approaching back to our 400. I think we got it. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna shut her down. All right. Curious, we're gonna pull it out. I'm curious to see if it burnt at the bottom or if it's good to go. All right, bring it back. All right, well, we pulled her out. This Resto Coleman. This is model. I forgot the model number. I'm sorry. I always forget that stuff. 425B. Is that 425B? Yeah. 425B. We restored this not long ago. It's doing really good. So the oven is doing great. So we got the bread. So it's very important to, just like you would do with a cake, is take a knife. This is a clean knife. I cleanse this knife. We're just gonna stick it in there gently and pull it up and make sure and it came up relatively, I mean, there's a little bit, but not much. You know, I would call it good. You like to have a little bit of moisture in your bread. I don't think there's yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna clean that off now. But yeah, bread looks pretty good. And yeah, we don't have any burnage. It's looking really good there. My hands are clean because I've been doing other stuff, but yeah, it's looking really good. These silicone molds are really cheap and they're very easy to use. They're much better than the metal ones. It's just so much more convenient, especially muffins and making bread. They have different sizes and they're extremely expensive. Now, are they traditional? No. But, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, God bless you all. And like I said, I'm going to send this bread to my daughter for her school. And hopefully they can try some bread. We'll see. All right, God bless. And have a great Wednesday coming up. And hope you you have great projects and got some cool baking videos or, you know, lanterns or something cool that you can share with us. I love watching other people's stuff. I don't have as much time right now, but I really do enjoy watching all of your videos that you have if I have an opportunity. And if there's anybody else there that has a channel and maybe I just haven't seen my comments, just let me know, like, hey, I got stuff coming up. Check me out if you haven't subscribed, and I'd be glad to subscribe. Come up on my feed, and yeah, we'll take a look at it. All right, God bless, and thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Please share. You know, I really like to increase viewage. It's not for monetary reasons or anything like that. It's just like would love to share and you know, have the opportunity for other people to see these videos and see them in other countries as well. All right, take care, and we will catch you on another day. God bless you all. Take care.
If people all over the world have suddenly disappeared or seem to have died, I am sorry you are reading this letter. If I had witnessed the instantaneous removal of every Jesus follower from the earth, and the resulting chaos, I would be terrified. My goal in writing this is to help you survive. The Bible paints a picture of what has happened and what will come about on the earth that full our disappearance. What has happened? All of the people who trusted in the death of Jesus Christ and his resurrection for the forgiveness of their sins. Jesus' followers, all Christians, have bypassed death and gone to heaven in a moment often called the rapture. Those who have disappeared are safely home in heaven. You may need destiny, whatever your background, Jesus Christ is the key to unlock eternity with God and His followers. John 4:10. What for? Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, so that you also may be where I am. Listen, I tell you a mystery. We will not all sleep, but we will all be changed in a flash, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, the dead will be raised imperishable, and we will be changed. For we believe that Jesus died and rose again, and so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep in Him. 15, according to the Lord's word, we tell you that we who are still alive, who are left until the coming of the Lord, will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord Himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet call of God.